Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm gonna be diving into an updated review of Monarch Money, the smart money manager that's been making waves lately. If you're new to Monarch, it's an all-in-one personal finance platform that helps you track your spendings, build custom budgets, and plan for long-term goals. All in one clean, ad-free dashboard. Think of it like the calm, organized best friend your finances never had. And lately, Monarch has dropped some powerful new features like AI-powered financial insights, advanced shared budgeting tools for couples or families, and a slick redesign that makes tracking your money feels less like a chore and more like a win. So let's get right into it. First of all, once you go to Monarch Money and sign up for a free trial, which I have done, you'll land on your main dashboard right here. Now, the sign up process is pretty easy, so you won't find it difficult. However, you need to enter your credit card details to activate the free trial. Now, here I'm on my dashboard. Here are the steps needed in order to complete my account. I've already added a bank account. You need to customize categories, create a goal, and create a budget. And here are the spending habits for this month versus the last month in order to give you a better understanding of how your spending habits are going. Now, as you can see, there aren't any spendings here to show because this is a newly created account. And here are your transactions and the recurring payments, also the investments and the $100 net worth, which I added that my account has $100 in them. And here you can start your goal. And in the menu on the left here, you can view your accounts. So I've already added a main cash account that has $100 in it. And here is the graph of the net worth of the account itself. You can set the duration, 1 month, 3 months, or whatever you want. Here are all your transactions. So no transactions yet, obviously. And you can click here to add a transaction. So let's add a transaction quickly. The amount is for $20. Okay, for merchants, of course, I have no merchants yet. And the date, let's leave it as is. The account is for my main account, which I added. Of course, if you've added more than one account, you would have more choices. In the category, let's say here, it's an auto payments for my car. You can add notes and you can add tags as well. So here you need to add merchants. In order to do so, let's go ahead and get back now, cancel it, and let's add merchants later. So here you have your cash flow. Of course, this is for April of 2025, and you can see the statistics in real time. Now the reports, which is a new feature. Okay, now you can see your cash flow, the total income, total expenses, and total net income. And you can see your spendings as well as your income. And the income is divided into interest, business income, paychecks, and other income. And here for the budget, you have the new budgeting features I was mentioning in the introduction of this video. And you can go ahead and view them. However, I'll just skip. You can create a new budget from here. So create a budget. Okay. And here it is. So you can add an income, total income, you can add expenses to create your own budget, and this is the budget summary that you will view. Now here you can add or view and manage your recurring payments, and here you can click on manage to manage recurring payments. So sync your liability accounts, add a recurring merchant manually, and find recurring merchants in your account. Okay, so let's close this. And here you can view your goals. So you can set up goals for your finances and track them right here. So if I click on get started, you can save up for emergency fund, down payment, car, vacation, savings, you name it, or for credit card payments, students loan, auto loan, and others. So let's go back. And here you can view in the investments tab, you can view your investments right here. So your portfolio, the S&P 500, and you can add a holding right here. And now you can check the advice section to get advices based on your budget habits here. So if I click on get started, you can get started and set up this part of Monarch. Now let's go back and let's go to the accounts. Here you can add a new account. So I already have an account. You can add an account here linking your bank or credit card, connect investments and loans, add assets or move from Mint to Monarch. So importing your data from Mint, if you've used Mint before, to Monarch in a CSV file. Okay. And let's go now to the settings. And here you have all your settings, your profile settings, display, notification, security, also your general settings, members, preferences, institutions, categories, merchants, and so on. Also, you can view your preferences, your institutions, rules, tags, and so on. Now let's go back to the main dashboard. And as you can see, we've created a new budget successfully because we entered the budget tab earlier and created a new budget. Now here you can customize your main dashboard. You can check or uncheck to add widgets based on what you like. So you can hide the getting started guide. You can hide whichever widget you don't want to see on your main dashboard. Now let's go back to the transactions tab and do an actual transaction. So add transaction here. Let's say the $20 we were intending. Now for merchant, let's add test merchant. Okay, there are no merchants with this name, so I'll create a new merchant named test. The date, I'll leave it as it is. The account, my main account. And now I can add the category as before, auto payment. And now add notes or tags. You can do so if you want to. And here you can adjust the account balance by $20 if you want. Okay, now add the transaction. And now as you can see, the transaction is shown right here. Now if you go back to the dashboard, you'll see that this new transaction is now added. So the spending for this month is $20. And if I click on this $20, I can see here that it is an auto payment for the merchant named test. So I can see all the details, which are shown in the transactions tab as well. Now if I go to reports, you'll see here it's instantly updated with total expenses here now $20, and the net income is minus $20 because we haven't added any incomes yet. And now since we've added a payment or an expense, let's add an income to see how it'll look like. Now let's go back to the transactions tab right here. Let's add a new transaction, and this time it'll be a credit, so an income instead of a debit, which is an expense. The amount, let's say $30. Now the merchant, let's add another merchant. Let's name him income, for example. Create a new merchant named income. The date, let's leave it as it is. The account, main account, and the category. Now we're choosing between the income categories here, paychecks, interest, business income. Let's say business income. Now we can add notes and tags and add the transaction. And as you can see, the transaction is added. Now it's displayed in plus, which means income. And now the total net income is plus $10. Let's go to the cash flow. And as you can see here, the income is $30, expenses $20. So the total savings is $10. If you go to reports and wait for like a second or two, you'll see here that the total income is added. Now the total net income is $10 and the saving rate is 33%. And here you can see the income, business income, and the expenses, and it is shown here as well in the summary. So in my opinion, Monarch Money is a great tool whether you are a beginner searching for an effective way to manage your budgeting, or even a veteran or experienced user who needs some extra professional tools. You will find it all in Monarch. So I think Monarch caters for both beginners and professional users. So I do encourage you to go ahead and try it because, as you can see, it's pretty easy to use and has all the tools that you can need.